like a different. We pick a different day, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a possibility.
Yeah, it is. We'll talk
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
If that's a scheduling possibility, like, I would greatly appreciate that.
Welcome to Inside Baseball.
Yeah.
So, before the break, we found lodging at a shady tavern that turned out to not be so shady, and potentially a safe house for a certain class of folk.
Can do.
Um,
Okay.
Meanwhile, May got licensing and filled out paperwork.
And stinks at lying.
It's terrible at lying.
And it's just terrible in general at bureaucracy.
And right before the break, a mysterious individual approached the ship and said that May is scheduled for an appointment.
Yeah, with who?
So, we're gonna go right back into the action.
Yeah.
Right.
With who?
Is that not obvious?
I ask and thieves can't. The guild?
Of course.
Okay. That legit, I have no reason to, like, not trust the whispers, because that is the only kind of.
We was told to expect your arrival.
Oh, okay. Did Jack send ahead?
Yeah,
Okay.
he did.
Okay. Yeah.
Unless you've got some other things to attend to.
No. No. Can I bring someone with me?
Are they trustworthy?
Trust him with my life.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna go ground guard first.
If anything happens, you'll be responsible.
Absolutely. To be expected.
I'm gonna bring a Warforged to a meeting with the Thieves Guild.
Yep.
In a place that doesn't like Warforged.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna. Because, and I'm gonna explain, like, because, so, he's mine.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Tell you what, we might want to do a bit of disguising.
I think.
Would you mind if I come aboard?
Sure.
All right.
I actually have a disguise
We'll
kit.
make a right-up disguise.
Yep.
So you take about 10 minutes. And it's not much. I mean, it's basically, you take a cloak and you put it
Yeah.
over, Twixen and maybe a little bit of makeup over the wood and everything to make it look like that it's just a guy in armor
Yeah.
as opposed to,
Yep.
Not.
Yeah.
not a human.
Yes.
So, but then with cloaks and boots and basically clothing, really.
Yeah.
Because you notice Twixen doesn't wear clothing.
Yep.
Yep.
He's just got like a sash that he wears. Yeah. Right. This should be a bit easier now.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go.
Right, shall we get going?
Yep.
We're not in. Where is?
Something in a minor key.
No.
Oh.
So, walking through the sort of streets and alleys, you notice with this disguise, and actually, May, why don't you give me We're gonna say this is a dexterity check. Are you proficient with disguise kit?
Yes.
Okay, so you get to add your proficiency bonus.
Okay.
And make it with advantage because this individual who says his name is Bobson.
Robson. Okay.
Well, that's my favorite fake name, Bob Bobson. Son of Bob Bobson's son.
It's just Bobson.
Okay.
We're going to roll a performance check to pretend to be a human.
21.
Okay.
13. 16.
Okay. This you have noticed this pretty much involves kind of just keeping to yourself. Mm-hmm. And basically not speaking very often.
I like it.
And you find, and this has basically been observing the townsfolk as you were going to and from the sort of licensing agency. Is that you know a lot of folks here kind of tend to keep to themselves and they kind of hurry about when they're going places. So yeah, I mean between the disguise, it's a pretty good disguise, and then your performance. Yeah, it's pretty convincing.
Sweet.
Right. So Whisper Jack sent his regards.
Good. We can get a message back to him. I send mine as well, and as you can tell, I've clearly gotten here safely. Barely.
Once we get to the safe house, be sure to send a message.
Awesome. Thank you. All right.
He said you were coming to help with some problems that we've been having.
Yeah. Let's talk more when we get inside.
This is all Thieves' Camp.
Oh, perfect. Oh, okay. It's like
You have no idea what they're
We
talking
are talking gibberish to you.
Yep.
Yep.
It's like the Bindles and Baubles are
making their
full
merry
of
way.
bubbles
I like it. Yep. I am minding my
with
own
nary a
business.
Terry to win.
I am being my best human.
Yeah, Whisper Jack had told me about the Queen, and there's some, I guess, not uproar, but rumors of her still being alive. But there's
Right.
nothing really.
Our sources have uncovered that there's still quite some activity within the Rose Gardens.
Within the wet?
Rose Gardens
Okay.
is where the palace is.
Okay.
Seems to be quite a force gathering there.
Kind of force.
The coin that crawls up from out of the ground. Well,
Undead?
yeah,
Oh, fuck me.
sorry. I keep forgetting that you've never been here.
No, I've never been here. This is kind of a little bit.
We have a bit of a problem with dead things that aren't staying dead.
Okay. Is this what they're thinking that the Queen is now undead?
No,
Okay.
we have a source on the inside that seems to think that she's still being kept alive somewhere. For what purpose, we don't know.
Okay.
But Probably shouldn't speak any more of it on the way.
Yeah.
Never know who might be
Who else
listening
could
in on
hear?
this conversation and understanding what we're saying.
Yeah.
So,
Let's get out of this miserable.
how's business down in Deepwater?
Good. Black Hand was giving us some issues.
Right.
We made quick work of that.
We're still working on them here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Got a bit more power and influence than they did there.
the Black Hand here. Okay. So they're causing troubles.
When are they not?
Yeah. I know back in Deepwater, it was definitely a seedy underbelly that kind of just worked, but then there was werewolves and all this other crazy.
Werewolves.
Yeah, really, really messed up. That's taken care of now, though.
Black Hand was using werewolves.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
No, it was very, very concerning.
You turn, and what looks like just the side of a building. He goes, and you notice there's it looks almost like a brick. Sort of gets pulled out, and then you notice that it's actually a sliding
Yeah, kind of like a.
thing. Oi! Who's asked what? The password he gives is mangosteen.
Mangosteen.
We like to use passwords, exotic fruits.
Oh.
We don't see a lot of them here, so you know, not exactly a word you're gonna come by. every now
Very
and again.
fair.
So, the door then slides in and then to the side, and the three of you enter. And then, inside, it leads down, so it looks like it goes sort of below ground level.
Okay.
So,
Back to more ruins and caves, underground.
a little bit.
Kind of common.
But it's in like a large sort of common area.
Okay.
And Bobson leads you down a couple corridors. Because of your work, you have the esteemed honor of meeting our leader right off the bat.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then you come up to another sort of iron door. Another person opens the sort of a slide thing. This time just looks. Slides it back.
About how many locks do I hear?
5.
6 to 8.
6 to 8. Okay.
It's a little difficult to tell.
Yeah.
Big metal door swings open. You've seen, with your passive perception, you've seen out of the corner of your eye a couple sort of masked, what you presume are operatives, sort of skulking in the shadows as you're coming down. The individual that opens the door, no exception, wearing sort of a black bandana with a hood up. And they say, "What's with the other individual? There was only supposed to be one."
Yeah, well,
It's all right.
well, because of your
May's
laws here.
speaking for this one. Seems to have also been involved in the business in Deepwater. Well, all right. This way.
I follow. If we follow.
Yep.
They take you to it's basically a small room with a table. There is an older man sitting at the table. He's kind of wearing some finer clothes. He's got a bit of a
Human?
pot belly. Yeah, he's human.
Okay.
He's kind of got a long beard. It's a bit scraggly. Comes down to about his collarbone. And his hair is kind of a little wild. Not unlike Edwin's
Okay.
kind of thing. But he's mostly bald on top. You notice he has several rings on each finger. And he's got a sort of a fur robe that goes over what looks to be kind of just a normal sort of wear. Not the black leather that you've seen any of the operatives wearing.
Okay. I don't know, like normal street clothes, kind of like how the male equivalent of what I've got my glamour armor stud to. Okay.
Yeah, but it's nicer.
Yeah.
Looks like he's sipping some kind of probably wine, you would guess. It looks like there are some kegs stacked up on the back wall.
Nice.
Domenici, how about some music, perhaps? Right? We want to show our esteemed guest a little bit of comfort down here. You can get a bit quiet down here. Bobson, thank you for bringing her.
Yes. Thank you, Bobson.
Gonna kill me every time.
And a couple people come in, playing some music.
Okay.
You are May, I presume.
Yes, and I'm sorry I haven't been given the honor to know your name.
In due time.
Sure.
Just know, I'm sure you've heard that I am the leader of this local operation here.
Yes.
So please,
Yes.
have a seat. Your companion, please have a seat as well.
Sit down and try to do the human
Sure.
Yes, please.
Would you care for some wine?
In due time.
It's very good. And he goes and just takes a sip. So, you are here to help us with a bit of a problem.
Yeah. I've been given a very brief briefing by Jack before I left
Yes.
Deepwater.
He's a good man, whispered
Yeah.
Jack.
Unfortunately, he didn't want me having too much information, obviously,
Of course.
for the sea journey. So all I know truly is that the queen has been missing. And there's rumors that she's alive now. And Bobson's just told me that there's been some activity within the Rose Gardens.
That is correct.
So lots of fun undead, as I
Also correct.
have heard is common around here.
Also correct.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm not. This is my first time in Twillin, so I'm not 100% with knowledge about all of your local customs, as it would be.
That's fine. you know our ways.
Yes.
That is what is most important.
Good.
So,
Let me introduce my friend. This is Twixen. Well, he's a warforged who fought very bravely and has protected my life multiple times back in Deepwater. So I treat him as my equal.
as you know, members of the organization, we are family.
Yeah.
We do not have such predilections as the local populace do.
Yes.
So, as such, Twixen, you have provided great safety and great service to one of our own, and therefore we are indebted to you. So, you will find safe passage down here. You do not have to worry about any sort of problems that you may discover topside.
Okay.
And should you ever find yourself in trouble, again, be sure to let us know.
Absolutely.
We may be able to take care of it.
Thank you. I greatly appreciate that, sir.
So, what we have discovered is there are some sort of rituals being conducted in the Rose Gardens. We don't know what for, but it's kind of dark magic. Sinister magic. It's not exactly the kind we like dealing with. It's more of that Black Hand shit.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
But we know it is not the Black Hand, as they are dealing with their own problems.
Interesting.
Everybody's dealing with their own problems here. So, we're just, trying to do ones that will actually help stabilize this region. Black Hand's dealing with, their own little petty squabbles.
Yeah, as they're bound to do.
Amateurs.
Now I know, because I spent half the afternoon in the administrative district today.
My condolences.
Thank you. So now I know that here in Twillin, you have to register as an arcane caster. Is there any types of magic that are not allowed? Like, would these rituals
Oh, well,
be-
it's the standard necromancy.
Okay.
It's never a good idea. Curses, never a good idea.
Yeah.
The particular populace,
Curses.
not very keen on the summoning sort. They're very distrustful of anything that might construe people as witches or
Okay.
witchcraft.
Okay.
So, I would stay away from anything that might misconstrue and get you branded as a witch.
Okay.
There is a brewing problem of witchery.
A brewing problem
Hey,
of witchery?
hey. No, there are no puns here.
Sorry.
This is a no pun zone.
Okay. Sorry, things were a little bit more.
That's fine. You're new. You're new here. It's okay. I don't know how they do things down in Deepwater. Whisper Jack, he's a quirky guy.
Yeah.
We keep things professional here.
Okay. Good myself.
So,
Okay, so there's these rituals being conducted in the Rose Gardens for, we're assuming, necromancy?
I mean, most likely, considering there's all sorts of stuff crawling out of the ground.
Yeah, Bobson said there's some undead that are being brought up.
Yeah,
around
we
there.
got zombies, we got skeletons, we got ghouls, we got some other types of weird shit. I don't even know what to call them.
Okay. So, but we believe that the queen is still in the palace.
We think
Okay.
that these rituals may have something to do with the queen. And typically, these kind of rituals require a sacrifice of some sort. So you can't make a sacrifice with a dead person.
Yeah.
It doesn't really work that way.
Okay. The way that Whisperjack had, I guess, given me this assignment was more of a fact-finding mission to see if she was, to find any and confirm rumors. It sounds more like we're going to the Rose Garden.
Eventually, yes.
Okay.
However,
Just want to make sure my ducks are in a row.
there have been some reports coming in from some towns along the way, trouble with witches. Maybe, maybe not. Toolsguard can be unreliable at times as far as legitimate information. Seem to constantly have their heads shoved so far up their asses that they can't see straight. So, I would say, do what you adventurers typically do.
Yeah.
Seek out trouble. Fix it.
Yeah.
Eventually, that will probably lead you to where we need you to go.
Okay.
Whatever you can do to help, clean things up,
Absolutely.
because the more we get this operation cleaned up, that's when the money's going to really start rolling in.
Yeah. Yeah. I do,
Now, is there anything that you need? Do you need some food? Do you need any lodging? Are there any supplies that you need?
I was gonna say, I have a ship that we're staying on. Just quite comfortable for me. I'm perfectly fine that.
Very good. Very good. At this
which
point,
has-
Bob said, it's quite a ship. That sails with no sails.
Yeah. I don't try to understand it.
Sails with no sails. That's very interesting.
Yeah, we,
Perhaps it would be best if you did stay with that ship. Things like that attract attention.
yeah, that was, kind of my thought. I mean, we have a
Yeah.
couple people from my guild, adventuring party, whatever we want to call ourselves. Because I do travel with a group.
Very good.
It's always safety in numbers.
Absolutely.
And
Let
so,
me put it, do you have paperwork?
yeah,
You're a guild.
yeah. So, yeah, we,
Tell me, what is this guild name? So that way we can,
the Backstreet Sharks.
that's a weird name.
Yeah.
Sure, whatever.
I didn't think of it, I just went with it.
We'll make a note of it.
Yeah.
Keep tabs on things.
Yep. Yeah, and our ship's called the Hammer's Folly.
All right.
So, but really, as Bobson said, it's the only ship out there that sails with no sails.
All right. Very good.
Yeah, we
Unusual.
actually found it under some ruins in
Really?
Deepwater. Yeah,
That's very interesting.
yeah.
So you found it inside
Yep.
the town.
Yeah, under some ancient ruins.
That is
There's-
strange.
Yeah, there's. Deepwater's in an okay place right now, though. But there's definitely
good.
some weird ancient stuff going on there.
That's good. Well, we have some more operatives headed down that way from. We've heard word from the local Asperian cells
Yeah,
that'll be kind of setting up shop in there,
yeah. That would be greatly appreciated.
just to keep an eye on things.
Yeah, it'd be greatly appreciated down there.
So, well, should you run into any trouble with the Tools Guard, the Navy, just stay away from them. There's nothing we can do if you run afoul of the Navy,
Okay.
right? They run the whole kingdom. But the Tools Guard, and he slides you a coin, and it's different than your standard gold piece.
It's like a Janus coin.
A little bit. It has basically like an engraved marking. You know this as it's specifically a marking that's designed to just look like a picture or whatever, but it's actually a set of coded thieves' cant phrases,
Okay.
right? Typically used for identifying, right? Because most people would say, oh, okay, that's a coin or whatever.
Okay, so, okay.
Because all of your gold pieces are like minted, have like pressed,
Yeah.
and sigils and stuff on them. But this one, the specific orientation of the markings and everything identify it with messages and everything to identify that you are a member of this organization. To anyone that you would give it to, that would essentially know thieves can't.
Okay.
Says, if you give that to any Twilsguard, look at their left shoulder, and if they have a thin red stripe in their sash, you give this coin to them, and they'll know what to do.
Okay. So, if we get caught up with trouble with the Twilsguard?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Now, we don't want to keep you too long, rouse any suspicions. I am Whisper Tricky Finger.
Oh, thank you very much.
No. You're welcome. And remember, if there's anything that you need, I trust that you know how to get back here.
Yep.
A little secret about the password. It's not tied to a specific word.
It's just
Fancy exotic fruit.
a fancy exotic fruit.
Doesn't matter which one it is on any given day.
Okay. Thank you.
Now, trust that you'll need a quick way to get back to the docks. He gets up and he goes over to one of the kegs, pulls the lid off, and you find that it's actually a tunnel
That's awesome.
through the wine keg.
Oh, I love that.
Go through here.
All right.
Just take it to the end. It'll take you out near the dock district.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you. I will, I'll send word, with any information that I find.
Very good. Very
Yep.
good. Just, you know what to look for.
Yep.
And you don't have to deliver a formal report or anything. Just let one of any of our agents know what information you might come across when you're able to.
Okay.
Now, get out of here.
All right. And I go. Come on, Twixen, let's go.
Oh, I'm already right behind.
So, you are in darkness. Yeah, you do the lantern. You have dark vision.
Yeah.
It takes you out toward the dock, and it's basically a short distance away from the ship.
From Hammer's Folly. All right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, cut back to. So yeah, you guys get settled in. Twix and May never show. And this is about 4 hours later. So we're talking evening-ish. So it's getting fairly close to curfew time.
I thought I was headed out
He was heading back to the ship.
to get them. Because they don't know where we are.
Okay. All right, because I know you went back initially, and that's when you ran into Edwin. And
Right.
he came back
I
with
went
you.
back to the ship, got Edwin, brought him. And now I'm going to go back to the ship and try and...
Okay, so you
Yeah,
get back
'cause
there,
yeah, he said he was
and you
gonna-
don't find them there. Do you just wait for them?
I probably should.
Okay.
Just because I'm going to presume they're going to head back to the ship when they're done with the registry business. Because I don't know about this other business.
No.
What other business?
No. So, it's a little bit before sundown that you see they finally make their way back to the ship. You notice, you assume it's Twixen, but he's all decked up and is wearing a very convincing disguise.
Hello, fellow human.
That is quite the outfit.
How was your humaning today?
Your performance was better than that.
I might be being slightly sarcastic at the moment.
Everything goes smoothly?
Yes, yes. We have the paperwork that we need to be out after dark here. Twixen and I are registered as
Well done.
casters. Yeah, and we can. Where have you been?
Securing warm and secure lodgings. Because as much as I love the folly, it's probably not going to be the most comfortable place to rest.
Okay. All right. Who's gonna be staying here, watching the ship? Because we do not want the folly to be left alone.
That's us. Gormatire and Kyra just
Oh yeah.
hanging out.
Okay.
You know, Tyra and Kai in particular does not seem to be phased by just like
The damp.
the dampness and the dankness.
Probably enjoying
So dank.
I'm thinking anyone who would give challenge to our ship would probably be handled by one of our companions,
Yeah, if you guys are both gonna stay here.
while the other one watches.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys don't mind, how many rooms did we get? And who paid?
Jacobin,
Okay.
we have 5 rooms.
Okay.
Twixen should probably stay wherever you are.
Yeah, I kind of had a feeling about that. You all right with that, Twix?
Yes.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, sure. Let's go there. Let me just go grab a little bit of my stuff. Just grab my like general adventuring kit, like my bug out bag, like I had
Yeah.
back on Deepwater.
It's just your
Yeah.
whatever your standard adventuring gear is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, and I'll follow you guys. Let's go to this wherever we're staying.
Okay.
I will prepare you as we get closer.
Okay.
Doesn't look like much on the outside.
Okay.
That's part of the charm.
Okay.
I'm saying this shortly before we're in view of it. So now we're in view of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see
Yeah.
this and
I just like.
and with your perception, May, you notice that there is a marking
That's what I was exactly about what I was gonna ask.
just underneath the windowsill that the other folks don't seem to notice.
Yeah.
That recognizes it as a safe house.
Okay. All right.
It's got the thieves' camp
Yeah, the thieves can't thing.
insignia for safe house.
You said it's on the window.
Just underneath the windowsill. So it's sort of tucked out of.
I would know where to look for it, basically.
Yeah.
But anybody else would just be like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, and it's your natural elven perception picks it up quite readily.
To my elven eyes see.
They see a safe house.
Okay.
You guys go in, and you see Jacobin's hanging out with Edwin. Still being all creepy. No, Jacob. It's blah 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 blah.
That's not what I
That's the
asked.
sound
I asked
that's-
why you haven't been sleeping.
It's difficult to explain. It is magic, basically.
All right. Are you like feeling ill?
No.
So it's
Fine.
fine.
Yeah.
All right then.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. So what do you need this room for with us?
Because it is warm and dry.
All right then.
So it is not on a boat.
Fair enough.
Jones has one.
Oh, that's a
Oh, nice of you all to join us.
quite an unusual creature you got there. Says the dwarf tending the bar.
Nah,
Folks must have come from out of town. Are they with you?
unfortunately.
Do we need to make another performance check to continue passing out the Cena?
Yeah.
Sure deal. Thought you were
I
gonna
was
go
gonna
off
say-
with Thought you were gonna go off with the
Modified
first
one.
mate. Join their crew.
I have work here first.
Oh, all right.
I have work here.
Right. So, looks like you got the correct number of rooms. Seemed a little shaky on the numbers, but that's fine.
Yeah.
All worked out in the end, right?
Yeah.
Can I fix you folks up with some food?
Yes, please.
All right, we got
Why, yes, I'd like that.
4,
we got some
5.
fried fish and fried potatoes and
Sure.
roasted boar and
What
I,
are you?
I would like all of those things, and I will take them to my room where no one will watch me eat them.
What are you wearing, Twixen?
I'm wearing normal human clothes. What does it look like I'm wearing?
here's a bit of a weird one.
Yeah.
See
Why are
top.
you wearing normal human clothes?
Because I'm a normal human who wears clothes.
You are not. That is not what you are. But why is the metal man wearing clothing?
What?
What are you talking about?
What's that?
Just I don't know. My friend's acting a bit weird today. It's a bit strange.
See.
I am going to go up to the bar and say, "In thieves' can't. He's with me."
All right.
Yeah.
He says that in common.
Yeah. Great.
Sure.
Great. Okay. Yeah, I'd
Oh.
love some roasted boar, and an ale.
All right. Darby, we got an order.
'Cause that boar smells so good. My pocket
And you see,
bacon's all
there's
gone.
like a small window and like a plate comes out. All right, and he brings it over.
Awesome.
Meals provided with your room charge, so
Awesome. Thank you.
there you go.
And I guess, thank you.
You start to hear bells outside ringing tolls. Seraph, your sort of training and background gives you some inclination as to when sort of sunrise and sundown are.
Yep.
You also recognize that this is the tolling of the bells to indicate that it is marking curfew in sundown.
What's with the bells?
Curfew. We can't leave the premises unless we've got the license out.
It's right here.
You mean this?
Done.
I love this.
This is gorgeous.
He loves it so much.
Yeah, so
You managed to acquire, and you could basically get copies of the license to distribute amongst
Yeah.
guild members as you see fit.
yeah.
They did So during that process, there was sort of like magical processes that you underwent to determine, like, you know, is this person safe? Is this person, you know, going to be
Magical background checks, basically.
magical background checks? Actually, think about that, Twixen. Give me an Arcana check for when that magic was being used.
5.
Okay. You're not quite sure what kind of magic it was being used, in terms of like the source,
Okay.
but it was just stuff, some sort of like divination type of magic, you would presume.
Okay.
But anyway, you have enough copies to give.
Yeah,
to
I would imagine I would have like
everybody
asked for like 5 copies.
present. You also have extra copies to give to like Twixen and Tyron Kai, or
Gorm.
Gorm and Tyron Kai.
Yeah, that's what I figured. 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5.
Yep.
So, yeah, I'm gonna pass those out. So if we go out, make sure that.
Edwin goes to grab one. Am I not spots of this guilt anymore?
Yeah, no, I got extras.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I have
Well,
extras.
you've not really been out. I mean, are you fit?
Of course.
You're all right.
If you wish for me to do anything, I will get it done.
I'm just making sure. I'm more than happy to have you along.
Yeah, so yeah, after, seemed like all afternoon, at the registry, Twixen's all set, and we are all set. We're
What do you mean
registered.
he's all set?
Did you not tell him anything? Does he not know anything?
I've got my papers now.
What papers are you talking about?
Are
Show me your papers.
So-
are we?
Yeah, like, I'm
Sort
assuming like
of.
we're at a table right now.
You can. I mean, this place is empty.
Yeah.
Right. So if you want to like find a spot like in the opposite corner away from the bar, kind of thing, to have a
Yeah.
private conversation.
Yeah.
You can do that.
Yeah.
You know, Gundren's gonna busy himself with, you know, cleaning things and.
Were you in a part of Twillin that didn't have any?
I lived way inland.
All right.
Oh, that explains so much.
I'm sorry.
But
Anyone of the construct type that Twixen belongs to is not considered.
People.
Thank you.
What?
He's property.
It's not property. You're your
Well,
own
we-
person, Twixen, right?
We
Yes.
Yeah. You are
we-
you.
We know that. The law does not recognize that as
Oh,
such.
fuck the law.
Says the pound.
Says the paladin.
That's
Yeah.
at that point, you start to see a come from the bar, and you notice Gundren looking in your direction.
Gundren, did you know about this?
About what?
That do you not like metal men? You got a problem with them?
I don't got a problem with them. They're great at lifting things and bringing them to and fro, and
Maybe some of them. Twixen's not much for lifting things. Hell of a
Oh,
musician.
you got yourself a servant.
Servant? No. He's some type of minstrel or something. I don't know exactly what he is. But
I love that we're shouting this across a bar.
I'm pointing out that I'm demonstrating reluctance to get involved. in
he's
the
been
current
a good
situation.
friend of mine for a couple months now.
Take your inspiration.
Okay.
I've met him. I met him down in Deepwater. He's great. He's a great chap.
No, I'm not doing
Well,
anything.
sure, but like like that little lizard thing. right? That is on its shoulder.
Yeah, that's like his pet.
I found it in the jungle.
Yeah.
I'm just letting this happen. I'm letting Jacobin dig
Oh, so
himself.
you let him out and let him run on little adventures. Well, isn't that nice? You let your toys run around.
What toys? What are you talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about anymore. You talking about a lizard? Or are you talking about Twixen? Or
I can't give you more inspiration. I'm sorry.
food?
Wait, something's occurred to me. I'm not eating any of the food. I'm just looking at it because I still have my mask on, and none
Yes.
of you have seen me eat.
Yep.
No, we haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my food to my room.
Okay.
All right.
Great, Seraph. Now I need to explain this to him?
I pick up a fork really awkwardly,
At-
like stab.
As effectively as ever, May.
Well, isn't that?
God damn
You
it.
you taught him a trick. You taught him to try and eat food. That is. You guys are such interesting, quirky masters.
I feel like
Things-
I'm picking up a bit of sarcasm, and you're talking shit about my friend over here, and I'm not liking it.
So I can't believe that I have to do this as the person who's not from here. I apologize for him. He's a bit of an idiot.
Well, that's all right. He comes from. You said you come from inland, so no wonder them trees must have gotten to you.
Yeah, also, things run a little bit differently in the Esper Sea, in Deepwater, where I'm from.
Mate, you're defending this guy. He's talking shit about Twixen.
What do you mean things are a little different? What you're giving rights to swords and armor and
Well, he doesn't need.
stoves and whatnot?
I get up from the table.
We don't.
Okay.
I start making my way towards Gundren.
Oh dear God.
Okay.
Slowly.
You know what? He has to learn. He has to learn.
All right, you listen here.
He's not invested
Half
in it
man.
anymore.
Excuse me.
Yeah, you heard me right. You're gonna talk shit, I'm gonna talk it back. And here's the fun part. I can back it up.
Get out.
No problem.
I'm keeping that money.
I punch him in the face.
Oh my God.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
I'm not bailing you out of jail.
This is great. Oh man.
I
Now,
try.
now I'm gonna need to get Dragon Heist for Christmas, so that way I can look at like rules for PCs ending up in getting caught by police and ending up in prison. It's gonna be
I've
great.
had
Am I-
campaigns before.
Am I considered proficient in unarmed? Probably not.
Everybody's considered proficient in unarmed strikes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's a piece of errata that they put in.
You're proficient with your own hands.
You are proficient with your own hands. Yeah.
You're not going to do lots of damage with your own hands unless you're a monk.
Am I allowed to smite
you're
my
prof-
unarmed attacks?
No.
No.
Oh.
No.
Thought I'd throw a little mustard on that one.
Nay, nay.
25 to hit.
That'll hit. So it's
One
one
plus
plus strength modifier.
6.
Okay.
And then another one,
Okay.
because I get 2 attacks.
I mean, the first one drops him.
Oh, then never mind.
And like it was a pretty vicious. Like you cracked his nose.
What'd you do that
Are
for?
you
I'm not going to stand for people talking shit about
lethal or
Twixen.
non-lethal?
Oh, non-lethal.
Okay.
Yeah.
He goes down cold. You hear a clamoring coming from the back of the kitchen. Gundren! Gundren, what?
Yeah, that was me. As I'm walking out.
He's okay.
Yes.
I shout, Seraph! You might want to leave. Bartender's starting shit.
Gundren! Gundren!
I've also asked Twitson to go over and make
I
sure
go
he's
up and
okay.
stand next to Jacobin.
I'm walking out of the inn at this point.
Oh. Yeah, I'll cast Cure Wounds
Okay. Okay. And actually, I think. Well, so go ahead and roll. He doesn't have many hit points, so you might not have to roll to fully heal him.
Wait, is-
That's funny. Well,
Six.
Okay, yeah, you heal him, and his nose kind of in it. Basically, heals up the broken nose that Jacobin gave him. He kind of comes to. Oh,
And of course, like, I've gone over as well. I'm so sorry about
I'm not.
that.
I shout from the door.
not as sorry as he's gonna be.
Doubt it.
I have no control.
Get
over
out.
him.
I mean, if you really want to try this again, I'm right here.
And a butcher's knife hits the door frame right next to you.
You missed.
You see, it came from the cook, who comes out and is kind of a like darkish green with sort of mottled coloration, lizard folk.
Of course. Now you're provoking me on purpose.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Oh my god, I never felt so vindicated
you're
right at
provoking
this
me on
moment in
purpose.
time.
oh yes, I am.
Oh my god.
The moment I said, "Oh, Jacobin ate the food," doesn't know who served it. Okay.
Yeah.
I will put that in my pocket for later.
Awesome.
I think it's time that you should leave.
I think it's time you should work on your aim. If you want to bring weapons into it, well, I can oblige.
He's digging his own hole.
Edwin goes,
I
Jacobin, maybe not the right time.
I cast suggestion on the barkeep. It really wasn't that big of a deal. I think he gets to make a wisdom save.
He succeeds.
Okay.
Is he aware that you tried to cast magic on him? That you tried to do that?
Oh,
I think so.
oh no.
How would I know that?
It might say it in the spell. That the target knows that you tried to cast a spell. Usually with charm stuff, they know if you tried to charm them.
It doesn't specify, I don't think.
Okay.
Failed save.
So, but anyway,
I just
But,
don't know how to
Darby-
react to him.
It doesn't say anything.
Surprised, most of them do. You're right.
okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Like Friends definitely does.
no, this is definitely a big deal.
Yeah, Twixen, he just hit somebody. Like, you know that he can't just go around doing that.
He's gonna
And-
talk shit about Twixen. Yeah, I can.
He starts walking up to you and is just, I suggest you leave. Now I'm asking you.
I'm on my way out. I'm just waiting for my friends.
I don't see any of them getting up to leave with you. Also, they're perfectly fine to stay here.
Oh.
Why don't you go on back to that ship you got?
Punch again.
Okay, make another tech roll.
My God.
With disadvantage.
Okay. Modified 20.
Okay. Despite the fact that there is another knife that comes sailing in your direction to throw you off balance, you do hit him. And yeah, again. And he goes down again.
Yeah, non-lethal. And this time, oh, If you all gonna stay, enjoy the rooms. I leave.
Twixen, can we just make sure he's okay again?
I will follow you.
Can we make
Oh,
sure?
oh.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
you say him, I keep assuming you.
No, not Jacobin. No, the bartender.
Doesn't
care about me.
Jay has no interest in anything having to do with Jacobin.
I don't care about
Help the
Jacobin.
Cast cure
bartender.
wounds on the bartender.
Okay, and
Again.
we'll just say you don't have to roll. We'll just say you heal him back up.
Yeah.
Well, I thank you again.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna retire for the night. I am
And as
so sorry for this.
He leans out into the street, sees you kind of walking away, kind of a thing, and you hear a bell ringing. The rest of you that are still in see there's about 3 or 4 guards that show up, and they basically take a statement from Gundren that says that there's an individual matches this description, said he was a captain, started making trouble, swearing off the laws, and without reasonable provocation came up and punched him not once but twice.
Yep.
Knocked out cold.
Yep.
And then they go to essentially to you and to Edwin,
Yeah.
since you went to your room.
And unfortunately.
And they also go to Darby.
Yeah.
Actually, well, they actually start to question Twixen, and then it's
they kind of
Gundren
realize.
says, "Ah, well, you don't need to question that one. You know, he's just another one of them Warforged. He's been dressed up to look like a human. It's fine.
He's mine.
But a most useful construct. He brought me back from unconsciousness.
Yeah.
So,
I throw
they
him right
certain-
under the bus.
Certainly have my thanks."
I'm a useful tool.
And they say, "Yeah,
I'm sorry. Just, I'm a useful tool.
they so yeah, they take your statements. Edwin, he corroborates. He at this point does not want to bring any unwanted attention. As you notice, Edwin did not go with you for the licensing kind of a thing. He seemed kind of oblivious to it.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, he kind of just doesn't want to attract any attention to himself.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they say, well, we'll be sure to be on the lookout for him.
Do either of the guards that come, like, I want to take a look for the red stripe on their sash. Do either of the guards that come have that on them?
Let's see. They do.
Okay, one or both?
All 3 of them.
All 3 of them?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. All right. I will go so far as to throw him under the bus even more and tell them, like, we're at the Hammer's Folly. This is the exact location of the boat.
So you say, oh, that's our captain.
Yep.
This is the location of the boat. This
Yep.
is his name.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's...
May just cast hold captain.
No. Sounds like she's setting up me, Gorman, Tarankai versus whatever guards come at us.
And this will be great. half the party is set up for execution. Great.
You know, sometimes it's
Potentially.
not easy.
God, I wish somebody could cast
I'm not
message.
equipped for this at this time.
No.
Not at this time.
No.
Oh man, I wish we could cast like message or something and let them know.
Unfortunately, This is not inspiration for Jacobin, as it is not spelled doom for the party.
It just spells
yeah,
doom
yeah,
for himself.
yeah.
Yeah.
Give it time.
If you
Yeah.
if you kind of unilaterally
easily twist this
bring
to be all
Corbin
of our
Tyrakai
dooms.
into it potentially, but so they thank you. Do you show them the coin?
At this moment in time, I'll say, I have nothing to do with him,
This wasn't really arrogance. It was
other
just
than the fact that he's
ignorance.
that happens to be
Not
the captain
arrogance,
of the ship
this
I
is
was
true.
on to get here.
Okay.
And then I
But
kind
was
of,
that gesture you putting the coin forward?
yes, that gestures me
That
putting,
was.
yeah.
Ignorance against the ignorance of the people.
It's true.
We'll take care of this right away.
Thank you. And I'm sorry to have made you have to deal with him. He's not going to be pleasant.
Noted. So,
And at that point, I would go back and finish my meal and probably go up to a room.
the rest of the evening passes by uneventfully for
Relatively
I come
you.
down
You
with
do
my,
hear the commotion.
I come down with my plates at. Did I miss something?
Yeah.
So, for clarification, you did hear the whole commotion that happened. So it's an assumption that you chose to stay in your room despite hearing it. But yeah. So,
And then came down when it was done.
yep.
Did I miss something?
Oh, man, you did.
Oh, yeah.
That's the best way that I
Edwin's
can
just
put it.
sitting in the corner. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, you did.
Yeah. Jacobin decided
He clocked the bartender
twice.
Too tight.
in the face.
Too tight.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
him back up again with my human magical ability.
I
Twix.
believe Jacobin would have called that adventuring rule number 75.
I literally bust out laughing when he says that.
I believe it. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing.
So this is number 75.
Yeah.
I think so.
Don't start nothing.
I cannot remember.
Jacobin's Adventuring Rules number 75 Edwin edition.
Yeah, he's not wrong. I was too angry to teach a lesson.
So, we'll say that you get caught up,
Yeah.
and you'll deal with it in the morning. I know you guys won't deal with it until tomorrow.
Oh, I won't deal with it at all.
So, cut two. And we'll change this up a little bit.
You guys did a terrible job of explaining what the Twixen thing was about.
Yeah, we kind of
We
did.
kind of did, but at the same time,
You're beating around the bush too much.
like,
For Jacobin, yes.
that's the thing. For Jacobin, yeah. Again, I'm so glad you're not
Oh,
this
no.
much of a. Oh, goodness.
That sent a shiver down my spine.
Oh, boy.
So,
Yep. Just got real.
the
Some Resident Evil ass music.
after the sun sets in Twillin, it gets dark pretty quickly because complete cloud cover, fog rolls in. This is something that you remember from your childhood. This happened like every night. Is that around sunset? Like the fog seemed to roll in, got really dark pretty quickly. You are making your way through the city streets back toward the ship, I presume.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as you're making your way back, is you start to get the sense that you're being followed. By a few people. And then the number grows. And grows. But every time you turn, it's still the fog's pretty thick, so it's still kind of indistinct. And you're not sure if it's just the discomfort from being back here and just how gloomy everything is. You know, you can see there are some oil lamps that are lit here and there, but they don't provide much in the way of illumination. And you do make it to the docks. And you can see, you know, you see the Hammer's Folly. It still has sort of that glowing stuff in the water that makes it pretty easy to identify from the docks kind of thing. And you can see, even with the fog, you can see, you know, the two chuckleheads hanging out on deck. But as you start to close with the ship, is you now see a number of figures come out from, like, in front. So imagine if the dock's like you're heading perpendicular to the dock that leads out to the ship.
Yeah.
Figures in front of you, and then it seems like to be this big semicircle. And the number of figures and the way they're moving is unsettling, to say the least.
Oh.
Okay, so they start to get closer, and there's something off about them. Give me a perception check.
Uh, 15.
You notice that what's happening and why it seems so unsettling is almost as if a scene playing from your memory. And that's when it strikes you that the gait and manner at which these figures are moving is eerily reminiscent to what happened so many years ago.
We're talking about what happened with me and my brother?
Yeah.
It was only about a year ago.
Okay, well,
Yeah, yeah.
all right, so a year ago.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry. I keep thinking that it was like 10 years ago.
No, after it happened, I basically immediately
Okay.
worked my way to save enough
Okay.
to go to deep water.
So, or what feels like so many
Yeah,
years
yeah,
ago.
yeah.
Feels like you've spent a lifetime since
It
then.
does.
And you look, and there are dozens advancing toward you.
Thank God he has his paperwork.
Well,
Although I'm kind of regretting giving it.
how far am I from the ship?
You're a good 120 feet.
It's nothing. Okay. I go to attack the closest one to me.
As you start to move closer, you start to hear chains sort of rattling as they get closer. And you start to hear whispers saying things like, "You left us behind. You forgot it." And it's all in different sort of voices. and they get closer and so you go to attack one. Give me an attack roll.
14.
And it's a bit of a wild swing. And because of the fog, you're not sure if it's just a trick of the darkness and like the dim light and everything. But it almost seems to just like dissipate when you swipe through it. So you're not sure if anything was really ever there.
We'll take the second attack and another one.
Okay.
Fumble.
Yeah, this one just completely goes wide. And the whispering gets louder. And still repeating the word, like, left behind, forgot us.
Who are you? What do you want?
It just gets louder and louder. Left us to die.
Go on, Terenkai. We need to take care of this.
You do see off the like they start to look like they're looking around, like, and then you think they start to look over in your direction. They're kind of like, but they don't really. They don't leave the ship.
And every time I have an opportunity, I'm still attacking.
Yep.
I'm assuming with similar results every time.
Yeah. And the whispers now turn into moans, turn into wails. And it seems almost deafening. Until you feel a hand on your shoulder.
Turn and swing the hammer.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Oh my god.
24.
That's it. Roll damage.
What to say about that?
Yeah, it's alright.
I have a feeling I know what this is too. But...
Yep.
Yes. Good
But
non-metagaming.
that was very. Yep.
And I'm gonna make this a spicy one.
You get arrested.
Yep.
With just a first level smite. Sorry. $21 damage. With 9 of that being
Yeah.
radiant.
As you connect, you hear just a whoa, 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 but it's too late. And with swinging without looking, you turn and you have clobbered a Twills guard.
Even better.
That just crumples to the ground.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from? Are you all right?
No response.
Is there anybody else around?
2 more Twills guard.
I'll hit him, bend down and hit him with a cure wounds.
Doesn't get up. Stay right there.
What? Did you guys just help fight off all those things?
And they look down at the other guard. Just stay right there. And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Oh my God.